A purchase agreement for real estate is the backbone of any kind of real estate transaction. Once you sign, you're legally bound to the terms, deadlines, and obligations that are written in there. It is a legal contract. So before you put pen to paper, where you're going to make an offer on a house or you're accepting one, here are the key things that every home buyer or seller should know. I'm Central Florida real estate broker and real estate attorney, David Dowell. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I appreciate you coming. But here are the 8 things. Quickly, I'm going to go through. I just think you need to know. Keep in mind. We can talk about them later, but keep them in the front of your mind. Number 1, the purchase price isn't the only number that matters. Make sure the contract reflects any negotiated terms you guys have, like seller credits or repair allowances, which are going to happen quite often. And check whether the closing costs, the escrow deposit, or any prorated taxes are included. They should be, but just make sure you get that from the title company. Number 2, contingencies protect you. Contingencies are what I call escape clauses that let you walk away under certain circumstances. You've got, for example, here in Florida, we've got a financing contingency. It lets you back out if your loan isn't approved. Sometimes you don't know that until the very end, just before the closing. But these allow you to get out if the bank doesn't give you a loan. And there's also what we call an inspection contingency. Just gives you time to uncover any kind of property issues. Typically, you're going to have at least 10 days, 15, maybe 20 days to hire an inspector, go in and look through the property and make sure there's no hidden issues that you have problems with. There's also what we call an appraisal contingency. This ensures that the home's value matches the agreed price. So if you're going to agree to buy the house for $500,000, your appraisal comes back and says, no, it's only worth $475,000. Well, now you got an issue. Chances are your lender is not going to give you the loan under those conditions. So this gives you either the chance to escape the contract or renegotiate the price with the seller. Now, number 3, deadlines are legally binding. I know it sounds silly, but people don't think of that. They think they can get around this. But a missed deadline for inspections, for example, or financing or closing can cost you earnest money. That deposit you put down. Your contract says you're going to buy a house for $500,000. You're giving them a $10,000 deposit. If you miss one of these deadlines and the contract doesn't go through, you as a buyer may lose that. So pay attention. Track them carefully. Use a calendar if necessary. The 4th thing is, it's kind of related, earnest money or deposits are not always refundable. And understand when you can get your deposit back, and more importantly, when you can't. You need to clarify how disputes over deposits are resolved. Is it mediation? Is it arbitration? Is it going to court? And so on. Know what's going on. But number 6, it's what I call title and ownership issues. Confirm that, especially you as a buyer, confirm that a title search will be completed to uncover any kind of liens, easements, clouds on title, ownership disputes, and so on. Protect yourself with title insurance. That guarantees that your title is valid. But stay working closely and stay in touch with the title company to make sure you have these things. Number 6, repairs and property condition. Check if the sellers agree to make any repairs or if the home is being sold just as is. That doesn't happen as much anymore, but you do have a lot of people who are just going to say, I'm selling it as is. But if there are repairs, you need to spell them out clearly in the agreement. All right? You can do that with the original agreement, or if you find out about them later, you can execute an addendum to that agreement. But if you find major repairs that need to be done, and they're going to be done, make sure they're spelled out in writing. Number 7, who pays what at closing? Well, your purchase agreement, sale contract, should state who covers all the costs like transfer taxes, HOA fees, title insurance, settlement fees, and so on. Anything that's going to be spent for the closing from buyer or seller will be spelled out in the settlement statement. So stay in touch with the title company to make sure that they have everything listed. Don't be afraid to ask for that settlement statement early. It might not be ready until the day before closing, but you can ask 20 days ahead of time. Give me a preliminary settlement statement. Let me see what you got. A week before closing, let me see another one, an updated, and so on, until you review the final settlement statement before you go to the closing to make sure it's correct. The number 8 I call dispute resolution. Many agreements include mediation or arbitration clauses. So you need to know what legal options you have if things go awry. Nobody wants to go to court. The worst thing you can do is have some issue go wrong with your contract. You're in the right, but your only remedy is to go to court. It's a nightmare. It costs money and it takes time. So a lot of these contracts today, especially here in Central Florida or in the entire state of Florida, we have these contracts language that basically says that if there's an issue, you're going to go to arbitration or mediation. It's quick, it's fair, and it's a lot less expensive. So take a look at your contract to make sure that's in there. But the bottom line is, purchase agreement is more than just a formality. It's a legally binding contract that controls the entire outcome of your home purchase. So take time, ask as many questions as you need to, have an attorney review it before you sign. I am not only a real estate agent, broker, but I'm also a real estate attorney. So my clients get the best of both worlds. If you have any questions on this, guys, feel free to reach out. Text, email, shoot me a phone call, and we'll get a conversation going about these things. But you need to pay attention. Nobody's going to do it for you. It's all up to you. Thanks. Have a great day.